It's been quite a while. Well, you see, I retired from this YouTube business. That's right, I drove towards the sunset, without any charges of child grooming, but 20 charges of admitting that Portugal is actually Serbian land. But now I'm back for one last ride. No, to be honest, I've actually struggled to come up with inspiration or a drive to work recently. I have 3 or 4 scripts written about different topics that I never filmed for that reason alone. But I finally found that drive, specifically for a game, a roleplay-driven extraction shooter. It's still quite early in development, so everything is quite abstract. Better than Last of Us Part 2, am I right? But a lot of the core mechanics are implemented, including some for the roleplay side of things. Now, obviously, this goes without saying, this is not the final look of the game. All of this is here, so I can build the mechanics and not worry about how the art style looks. And I am also not a 3D modeler, but I do have a lot of pretty assets that I can use. If one of you watching does know how to model, feel free to reach out at the email left in the description. I can't really pay you as I don't have money to spare, so please only do so if you're in a comfortable place financially and genuinely want to help. Today, let's talk about what the core concept behind the game is. As I mentioned, it's a roleplay extraction shooter. And what does that mean? Well, you make a character, give it a name, come up with your own personality and backstory for them, choose what they look like, and load in. You will load into the safe zone of Christchurch. Talk to players, find jobs, you can become a criminal, you can become the settlement security, become the town leader, you can start a restaurant, whatever you want. Christchurch is a persistent world driven by your actions. The restaurant can start as a simple booth with only you to serve the food, then grow to have its own building and employees. The settlement of Christchurch, however, is not self-sufficient. For anything more complex in farming or wooden structures, you rely on Wellington, a dead city in the site of the last battle for humanity's future. The city is mostly empty by now, but several zombies survived the battle. They have developed a rudimentary survival instinct, however, and know to stay in dark, quiet spots where they'd be harder to find. It's been 2 years since the last battle, and scouts are reporting odd encounters with zombies. Some of them don't look like people anymore. And where is the game at right now? Well, we've got movement. While you're in the safe zone, you move around in third person, but Wellington is in first person. Don't mind the arm behaving like that. It's not a bug, or me having forgotten to align the model properly. It's a feature. We also have a system to pick up items and a dynamic text item that tells you what you're about to pick up. The inventory shows your reputation, current amount of money, name, and faction you belong to. More on that in a future devlog. And the feature I'm most proud of, an account system implemented. And I should note, for RP reasons, you cannot enter the game unless you have an account and a character created. And no, I'm not forcing you or anyone else to install a launcher. The account is handled entirely by the game. So it's as simple as typing in your username and that's it. On later sessions, the game automatically detects the correct account and yep, it works. The extraction shooter half is done. Systems wise, you can collect loot, kill zombies and players, and dying throws you back to the safe zone without resources. I am currently building the systems for the RP side of the game, which I should mention now, joke characters are allowed. You can make parodies of Rick Grimes or Negan if you want to. Really, I want to emphasize you can do whatever type of character you want here. There are no real limits on that. And oh boy, the zombies, I really like the twist there. This is a game about role-playing, so the expectation is that you use voice chat to talk. Well then, the zombies can hear you. You want to have fun, joke around with your friends? Sure, go ahead. In the safe zone. But try doing that in the danger zone and you'll have upwards of 40 zombies coming to eat you up. Progress is going quite well, and right now there's a Discord open for the game that you can join to suggest features for the game and be among the first to try the game in alpha. This would be a very, very early alpha, more for me to see how all the features are working once the game has 30 different computers trying to log into it instead of just one. I'll be coming back shortly to explain to you how the economy works. This includes the job system. Thanks for watching.